Major Slack Attack.
Hey, thanks for joining me again. Alright, let's play some more Far Cry 4, and this is the cultural exchange mission video. And this is the standoff mission. Basically, you have to defend the monastery while a bazillion enemy troops come in and try to blow the place up. I highly recommend that you bring along a rocket launcher and a grenade launcher. Okay, this is going to be your best friends. Okay, you may think, okay, mines and C4, yeah, they will help if you get in trouble, but really, the things that are going to do most of the heavy lifting with the Slack plan, the Slack way of doing things, is the rocket launcher and the grenade launcher. And don't mind me and Mr. Fumblefingers while I get things together. And also there's a bit of glitching going on where weapons are undefined in the vendor. So now, part way there, I meant to put the grenade launcher in the sidearm slot. The grenade launcher is actually a sidearm. That's where I want to put it. So go back to the vendor Slack and get it right. Grenade launcher in the sidearm slot and rocket launcher in slot number 3. Now, the whole goal of this mission, okay, my personal goal is to do this entire mission with no running around, all right? And yeah, it's possible. It's possible. You can do this mission with no running around. I have practiced this about a dozen times. That is not to say that it took me a dozen times to figure out how to beat it, but it took me a dozen times to figure out how to beat this mission with finesse. All right, so it's Sabal's mission. Let's go see Sabal. Just refilling some ammo here, and for those of you who can't read, pardon me, sorry, and are too impatient to wait or watch the rest of this video, jump to the 12:09 mark in the video, and that's where all the combat starts, okay? And all the rest of you follow me. We have put this to a vote many times. Do you want to see all the backstory and all the in-between stuff? And everybody, all my viewers anyways, have voted overwhelmingly in favor of showing everything. So we're showing everything, okay? Including travel time to the location. In other videos, if I'm using a buzzer and it takes me like 3 minutes to get to the next location, okay, of course I'll edit that out if nothing happens on the way. But short journeys like this, yeah, I'll leave it in. Okay, so here's the plan. We're going to go see Sabal, get the mission, and then we're going to do in a bell tower between Sabal's location and the monastery. And then we'll go to the monastery and do a whole bunch of ceremonial crap. And then we'll get into the defending the monastery part of the mission, which, as I said, once again, starts at 12:09. Alright? These kids can't read. See what I do for you guys? What did I get for Christmas? My wife and I got a bunch of joint gifts. Okay, first of all, my wife got me some cologne. Burberry Brit Rhythms, my favorite cologne. Between my wife and I, it's just kind of like it's just a formality. I got her favorite perfume because she ran out of it. She got me my favorite cologne because I ran out of that. So that's what I got for my wife. And then we got from relatives and stuff. We got some crock pot cookbooks. My mom gave us a whole bunch of DVDs. We asked her just for one. She gives a whole bunch. She gave us Bird, the story of Charlie Parker, and Lady Sings the Blues, the story of Billie Holiday, because my wife and I have been kind of on a jazz kick lately. And we also got this other movie, L.A. Confidential. You ever seen that? Great movie, L.A. Confidential, with Russell Crowe and I forget who else is in it. Anyways, it's a great movie. Film noir. Okay, here we go.
Sabal. A champion returns. Defending that rebel camp saved a lot of lives.
You guys put me in a difficult position.
Amita would have let our people die, and for what? For intel that we may or may not have needed? The right choice was obvious, brother. It's what your father would have done. That's the golden path. That's the direction we were going before Mohan died. That's why I stepped up. Because I knew your father, and I respected his vision.
And where does Amita fit into all this?
Look, I'll be the first to give her credit. But you don't need two heads. Not if you want to get work done. That's something your father taught me. You need to learn what drove him, what drives us. Go to the monastery.
Okay, a cultural exchange begins now. So we have to reach the monastery. It's east by northeast of our current position, and there's a bell tower right on the way. And this is a buzzerable bell tower, meaning it can be easily done with a buzzer. Unlike all the bell towers, not every bell tower can be easily done with a bell tower. Or say that again, Slack. Not all bell towers can be easily done with a buzzer, as I've discussed before. So I'm not going to make a point of doing all bell towers with the buzzer. This one's a gimme though.
Uncle Pagan here, just checking in on my favorite nephew. So tell me, RJ, who are you rooting for so far? Have you fallen into Amita's honeypots, or have you been dazzled by Sabal's glowing locks and bad boy jawline? Hey, each to his own. That's your lifestyle choice to make. He isn't my cup of tea, contrary to the rash assumptions some may make about my appearance. I am indeed batting for the other team. You more than most should know that there was only ever one woman for me, my boy.
Monitoring patrols are for your safety and the security of key access. Be sure to give them the right to play at all times and avoid any sudden...
Batting for the other team, that's very ambiguous. It's all a matter of perspective. What team are you on? What team is... Yeah, anyways, I won't go there. Don't go there, Slack! Backing away slowly. This is cool. Tiger taking down a bear. Okay, the map should clear up. I hit the map too soon. There we go. Fog of war removed. That's where we're going next, to tear down a propaganda poster and get some goodies, and then we'll go off to the monastery. Once again, just because it's on the way. The standoff in the monastery. This is all about spawns and timing. Basically, we're going to take down all the enemies while they're still in the vehicles arriving at the monastery. Alright, that's the best and easiest way to do it. If you can get the timing right, you can do the whole thing in a minute. And you won't have to move. You literally will not have to move. Alright, you can stand in one spot and do the whole thing. You don't have to run around like a chicken with its head cut off. It's doable. It's very doable. Like I said, I practiced this about a dozen times, and after about half a dozen times, the spawn order and timing became very apparent to me, and then I said, okay, why bother running around? Why not just stand here and wait for him, blow him away? Okay, let's go to the monastery. There we go, right over the monastery. We have to go through some ceremonial crap in the beginning. This is going to be a textbook run through this standoff. If you get in trouble, okay, I highly recommend that wherever you are, whatever location you are at, plant some C4 before you leave. Always, always, always. And it will save you a lot of troubles.
Ah, the son of the great Mohan. Sabal tells me you're ready to learn what inspired your father. Banashur, God of gods, sang the world into existence. For that, we give him thanks. We thank the gods for giving us life. Please, take an offering basket.
Okay, so we take the offering basket. Now we have to go light a candle.
A candle reminds us that growth only comes with a willingness to step beyond our usual boundaries.
And you get 50 KP. Next you light the incense, go up the stairs, hang a left.
Life is as tenuous and fleeting as
Light the
a wisp
incense.
of sweet-smelling smoke. The incense represents our mortality.
And continue this way. Throw some crap on the altar.
Emotion is no life
Shuffle.
control, but a life controlled
There
by
we go. And finally, go spin the manual. And this will net you a grand total of 550 KP. So that's a good deal, eh? That's it, that's all you have to do. Put down the basket. This goat ceremony, this goat sacrifice, is pretty gruesome. If you go right up to the side of him and watch it do it, it's pretty gruesome. I'm not going to show that because I think some people might complain. Yes. It's pretty graphic. Yeah, check it out. At this point, you're free. All you have to do is exit the monastery, and it's the monastery rather, and it's game on. First thing you're gonna do is equip your RPG-7. Hopefully, you got an RPG-7. Okay, it's game on. Equip the RPG-7. Run up here, and this is where you're gonna make your standoff. If a vehicle comes in on the left, blow it away. Make sure you get a multi-kill ×3. Now, 3 more foot soldiers come in. This is critical, okay? Way up there. Make sure you get a multi-kill ×3. If you don't, you're gonna have to snipe down the last guy. Now, there's the shrine. Snipe the guy there. Hook up the rocket launcher again and get ready for another vehicle to come in on the right this time. Blow him away. At this point, you're gonna hear the helicopter. Ignore the helicopter. Wait for another vehicle to come in on the left. Blow him away. Make sure you get a multi-kill ×3. Do a 180. Blow away this guy trying to bomb the door right behind you. And now, take down the helicopter. And if you've done everything just like this, and I missed, but I'll get him the second time. Boom. Multi-kill ×4, and that's all she wrote. That's it. That's all you have to do. And once you get the objective to return to Raju,
You see,
you're done.
this is what happens when people abandon religion. Algi, it could have been so much worse. Thank you.
Booyah! A culture exchange. No running around.
Getting Min's propaganda off the air.
Try it.
Sabal, the army attacked the monastery, but I drove them off.
Thank you, you were there, brother. That place is a symbol for our people. They need to see stability. Your father understood that. He could have used more men like you in the war.
Now I'm just going to do some looting. And the game wants to throw a few curveballs at me because, you know, I do everything so perfectly. This has never happened before. Of course, because I'm getting the recording glitch. Or the recording handicap. Shit that never happens before happens. First thing that happens is this karma event comes rolling in. Unfortunately rather, he came in too close. So I couldn't use my rocket launcher or grenade launcher because I probably would have died from splash damage, so he got away. And now there's a clouded leopard attacking the guys over there, and I'm like, oh, for the love of, I'm just gonna ignore it. Of course, that's a no-no. You can't ignore something that we threw at you. No ignoring curveballs. Here comes the curveball again. See, the game's desperately trying to take me down. How dare you do a cultural exchange in less than a minute? Let's throw the kitchen sink at him. Boom. And just gonna reload so I can get some free ammo. Yum yum, yum yum, and yum yum. There we go, ammoed up. And we're off to see the wizard. I'm going to fast travel back to Kalana Bazaar, I believe. By the way, this commentary is dubbed, of course. I needed all my brain cells, all available brain cells, to pull off that that no running around run. So we'll do some selling, take a nap to force the game to save, and once you complete this mission, a whole bunch of new weapons get unlocked. Most of this will be... That one's pretty good, actually, the D2, the sawed-off shotgun. Most of which I can upstage with my current weaponry, so I'm not too excited about that. Alright, so we sold off. Let's take a nap to force the game to save. Talked about that earlier, the save glitch. Here we go, the game has been saved, and that is it. I would like to thank you all very much for watching, and if you thought this video was remotely entertaining, hey, don't forget to give the old Slackster a thumbs up. Alright, that's it. Slack is out.